I'm Sheila, this is Stephen. I'm a musician, he's a geek.
A retired geek.
A retired geek. I'm working on the retirement bit, but not quite there yet. At home we have a 4 kilowatt array of solar panels, which we had put in August 2014 as part of our 12-year plan to be able to afford to retire eventually. A month after that we bought our first electric car, which was a 24 kilowatt hour Leaf, which we had for 5 years, and then in August 4 years ago we got a 62 kilowatt hour, which was a vast improvement on the range, and she's been wonderful. We did vehicle to grid from November 2019 until about 20th of July. We've swapped over to vehicle to home, so it's a bit early for us to have any great results for you.
Further savings is obviously, that was the whole part of the plan, was in changing from salary to pension to maintain the lifestyle that we were happily enjoying. So I have to say though, vehicle to grid has been very profitable for us in its own right. Also, we're techies. We both love a bit of technology, and vehicle to home seemed to be the next logical step. You know, we have the car, we have the charger. You know, all we need is a different provider of electricity, different tariffs, and new software. So let's go for it. Let's see how well we can do on that.
Anyone with any sense will be doing this in the future.
Yes. Indra have produced a really nice little video which I was quite impressed by. You know, you go out in the evening, you go to see a show or something, and you can reduce the price of your ticket by actually feeding the theatre with some electricity by plugging in, you know, or you go to a hospital. Okay, if you plug in the car, you feed a little bit of the electricity that you've had off your solar panels during the day into the hospital, you get free parking. All these sorts of things are slightly mind-boggling things that could very well happen in the future. I think this is 10, 15 years away yet, but why not, you know, as these things become mainstream. Yeah, the electric car is about far more than just travel. It's going to completely revolutionise, if we do it properly, the way that electricity is used across the globe. It's still well within Nissan's battery warranty, which is always good. So we're nowhere near making a warranty claim or anything like that on the state of the battery. Basically, we did add up all the inputs and outputs for vehicle to grid and all the inputs and outputs for actually travelling. And our battery in our car has done the equivalent of about 90,000 miles now, even though it's 4 years old. We've actually driven about, what was it, 26,000, something like that. But the battery has done 90,000 because it's been used by vehicle to grid. But even so, our state of health after 4 years, including that 90,000, is about 93.6%. So, you know, and strangely enough, we're not really seeing on the gasometer range thing any degradation at all. We're still seeing 230 miles, you know, on a fully charged 100% battery, which is pretty close to what we were getting when it was brand new. We are absolutely convinced that during that lockdown period where the car virtually didn't move, that vehicle to grid kept it healthy. We have no scientific rationale behind that. You know, we cannot prove it. But it seems to me that to have that battery exercise between, say, 30% and 75% regularly must be far better for it than leave it sitting at 80% for week after week after week after week. And we're absolutely convinced that it was a big benefit during lockdown.
Vehicle to grid saved us an awful lot of money. We ended up, over the first 34 months, we did all the maths, and it was costing us very little, I think about 35 pence a day.
Yes, we had 34 months with the vehicle to grid. And when you add up everything that we paid for electricity and everything we were paid by OVO for exporting, the difference between those two over 34 months was £363. That was all we paid for all our electricity. That's not per month. That is for 34 months worth of electricity in our house. We paid £363. And let's not forget that includes 22,000 miles of travel. So what's not to love? You know, and if vehicle to home can do as well or better, that's part of the original plan, you know, of maintaining our lifestyle while moving into pension, and it's a huge contribution.